When your world stops spinning.
Hello my beautiful sisters, welcome back to Sister to Sister. A couple of weeks ago I put up a notice of 10 subjects that I would like for you to choose for me to discuss, and you guys chose number 5, and number 5 is admire, be inspired, but don't compare your life to others. I love this subject because we are in an era of social media disco. Any which way you turn, from Facebook to Twitter to Instagram to Snapchat to Periscope to Instagram stories, you have people looking glossy, skinny, successful, with their shiny cars, with their beautiful bags, and here you are just looking and thinking, why isn't my life like this? Why don't I have these things? Why is it her? Why is it this? Why is it that? I want to tell you, stop right there, because it is not real. And when I say that, I mean to say, myself included, that everything that's on social media is edited. We edit our lives and we only project what makes us look the best. I do that all the time, and so do you. You wake up in the morning, you have a shower, you brush your teeth, you wear nice clothes, you get your hair done, you show up in work in a professional manner, you keep that attitude, you have a mask, you come back home and then you relax. So what's the difference? Because social media has given us that opportunity where we become, in essence, a little bit of peeping toms, and all of a sudden celebrities and everybody, we become neighbors. And so we have that closer neighbory advantage to have a peek into the next person's life. But some of us take it literally, and that is not the case. Having said that, I want you to understand that you guys, especially the younger generation, you are in such a different league than I was, say, when I was 16. You have so many opportunities and tools that we did not have. This kind of social media where you can reach out to a celebrity and celebrity can have that direct contact with their fans and followers and so forth, it did not exist. It didn't exist. Having said that, it brings in the pressure. So this is what I'm going to say, starting with the younger girls in school. I know that, you know, back in the day it was like, oh, the pretty girls, you understand me, they had this, they had that, or whatever. Now you've got social media, Instagram, most especially, and Snapchat, where you can see what the other girl is bringing to school, and, you know, she has this great boyfriend or whatever. That is all that you see. And I want you to be inspired by the students that are in your class that are doing very well, because you should be inspired to want to do better. Here, let me tell you something. Nobody has two heads, and nobody is better than the other. Absolutely not. God has given you a gift. What that gift is, you have to find it. And every gift that is given to every individual is different. So I don't want you to think this girl is better than you in one way or another. No, she might have A, B, and C, but that does not mean that she's better than you or that you have less of. What I want you to do, especially for the teenagers, the younger girls, your life is ahead of you. Go with the students that are doing well. Learn from them. You cannot lose. I tell you this, why? Because the other students that are skipping school or whatever, and I'm saying this from experience, your parents might even say, oh, forget about them. They're not going to do well. They're not going to do this. That is not necessarily true. They might not do well in school because they've got a God-given gift to be athletes, to be musicians, to be actors. They might not be good, you know, with academics, but only God knows what they're going to be good at. And so you are following them thinking, oh yes, we're all cool. Find out what you are good at. Believe in yourself and trust that your timing will come. Believe you me when I tell you, it will come for you. Those teenagers, those young girls out there, do not think, because I'm in the fashion industry, fashion rotates every 6 months. What is hot and a must-have now will be yesterday's news in 6 months. It doesn't last. So if a girl has something nice that you like, admire it. Be inspired. It's good to wish and want. And you might have the latest bag in 2-3 years from now when you can afford it, when you're in a better financial position. Right now, you are supposed to exercise everything inside of you to know your skills, to know your talent, to better yourself so that you have a livelihood where you can depend on who, especially my ladies, on yourself. Don't be those girls where you're trapped in a relationship, you're trapped in a marriage because you do not have financial security and you don't have the academics or the tools, the skills, the certificates, the graduate degrees to support yourself and your children. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm giving you a cheat sheet. Moving on. Our girls in our 20s, I know it's tough. You're in university or you're out of university, you're working, you're trying to venture out on your own. You're on Instagram, you're seeing Bella Hadid, you're seeing Kylie Jenner. They seem to have everything. Let me stop right there. Kylie Jenner doesn't have everything. Nobody has everything, but we are all blessed with something. Kylie Jenner, at that young age, you can just imagine to have this global recognition and for your father to come out as transgender. Is it bad? Absolutely not. But it was a transition that affected the entire family, and we know social media can be cruel. So while you are there in the comfort of your zone and you have so while you're there in the comfort of having your security or being anonymous, you have to understand that what you might think she's got for free, she's also paying her dues where she has the spotlight on her. And I believe you me, that's not necessarily true that she wants it all the time. When it comes to guys, that perfect boyfriend, and she has this wonderful relationship, you're not sure. A lot of people project a lot of things out there and you don't know what's going behind the scenes. I don't want you to feel as if, oh, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. The moment you have the anxiety that you don't know what you're doing with your life is a fantastic sign. You know why? Because your body is telling you that this is not where you should stay. This is not where you should be comfortable. It's making you uncomfortable so that you take a direction, whether it's left, right, center, up, down, you got to move. You cannot stay where you are. Take in all of your senses and say, you know what is it I'm not happy with? Because people that are successful in this, and successful is not money, successful is contentment with what they are doing. That is success. When you see people that are successful, they're not jealous, they're not envious, they're not depressed, they're not sad, they're not looking to others and saying, I wish it was me and not them, because they are comfortable in because they are comfortable and happy with what they are doing. That is what you have to find for yourself. Let me tell you a little story. When I got married, I knew somebody who became extremely jealous. She became extremely nasty. She said all kinds of terrible things, because I got married and she did not. What she doesn't understand is that this was my time. And I got married at 40. For 20 years, because my first friend got married at 20, I went to all of their weddings. I babysat their children. I went out with them as couples, as singles, so on and so forth. I didn't meet my husband till I was 40, but that didn't make any difference to this other individual. What she did not understand was that it didn't matter what I was doing. What mattered was for her to focus on herself. And I want you to focus on you. I don't want you to be that girl where you write negative things about another person. Channel that energy into yourself, because the minute you do that, you have let that person's life become your life. And that's the ultimate revenge for the nasty deed that you have done. Don't be that person. Be your sister's keeper. Always understand that all that you have out here is for you to be inspired, is to plug you in. Maybe you're being lazy, maybe you don't know what you're doing. It's to inject some kind of fire in you to keep on moving. Never be envious, never be jealous. Be supportive, because that is what you will want when your time comes, because it shall. And coming about time, everybody has a time zone. It doesn't matter whether somebody's ahead of you now, behind of you, your time will come. You have CEOs that had millions of dollars at 25, dead at 50. You have a 50-year-old who got his company at 50 to live to be 95. You have young mothers who were able to have children. They were able to have a wonderful husband. They didn't have a great career. Everybody has something, but nobody has everything. And because you're having this flush and this almost chugging down your throat of media, of other people being shiny and glamorous, it can weigh you down. I am flat out fabulous. Goddamn yes, I am. And so are you. That's the point I want you to understand. You are fabulous. First up, number one, because there's nobody like you. So find what is good for you. Find what you are good at. Be inspired by everything you see. Who am I inspired by? Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey, my mother, my sister. I'm inspired by the gentleness and the empathy and the class and the humility of my husband. He has taught me so much, and I get better every single day. So this is what I wanted to tell you guys. Do not look at social media as something that is against you. Don't look at it to bring out any jealousy. Well, first and foremost, you should not be jealous, because you should believe in yourself. Let's try it out. Be inspired. Be motivated, my ladies. Be your sister's keeper, and know that your time will come. For the parents who have children, and perhaps your child is not doing so well in your eyes, maybe the child has another talent. Do not look to other children and say, oh, Mrs. So-so-so's son does this. Oh, Mrs. So-so-so's daughter does that. You are injecting poison into that child, and you are not letting that child be creative. Do not look to other people. Do not look to social media. Do not look to anybody else. Look deeper into your child and say to yourself, I am here to support you. Look within you and say to yourself, what can I give? All right, darlings, stay wonderful. I love you so very much. I enjoy doing sister to sister. Unfortunately, I cannot do it as often as I would like, but I am the most proud of this chapter exactly because it is something that I created myself, you know, and it's such an honor. I get requested every single day, Fumi, let us have a sister to sister. It makes me realize, and it humbles me, that you need this. For those that don't have sisters, that don't have a good friend, that don't have a mother, that don't have that person to come to, come here and we will talk it out. Leave all of your suggestions underneath, okay? And always know that you are flat out what? Fabulous. Until later on this month, I think. See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. Bye.
Yeah. And when you grasp for a glimpse and the things that you never learned, yeah.